Hi, I'm here in Vienna, Austria, and I'm talking to Peter Gric, one of the new Fantastics, whose name is coming to the forefront more and more.
Let's hope so.
Peter, it's good to meet you finally. Well, you know, in America today is a big movement of so-called visionary art, which is basically fantastic realism, as we know it in Europe, as I know it for many years. How do you feel about this new visionary movement that's taking place?
I don't really feel that this is something new. I think this is actually a movement which is always present, or always was present. Yes. And here maybe the situation is more in the public. You don't see anything.
No.
This kind of art. It's more underground.
Well, it's always been marginalized, you know, the Fantastics. It's not easy.
But when you say there is really a movement, it's very interesting because here in Europe this seems to be completely silent.
Silent,
art.
yeah.
So it's kind of out of fashion or something. So you don't see it in important galleries. Or you don't see it in the media. You see it on the internet, of course, and the people know each other. Yeah. But it's it's simply not in fashion.
I know.
Because the art how it's running now, I think it's a lot about fashion. Painting very quickly for exhibitions, where I could not use any oils because it was dry.
Exactly.
That's why it looks a little dirty. Because with acrylics, it's not so easy. To get so intense colors.
Takes 80 years to dry anyway.
Yeah. Maybe I have two different ways how I work. The one way is very logical, very constructed. This is this kind of paintings. What you saw in the other room, this architecture. It's completely constructed in computer. So I know exactly what I will paint.
Right.
So the whole concept is made, I see it on the screen and I know what happens with the painting, how it ends, how it will look like. Right. And the other way is like this small one, where I have a structure which is not random, but you know, Max Ernst's...
yeah, that's what we teach in the workshops, that particular style.
And this is completely different. This is like more like meditation because I'm just waiting what happens. I have this structure. Or I have a structure from photographs, from stones, and I paint it and then I wait what happens, and try stop thinking, just watching or observing.
Let the painting tell you what it wants to be.
Yes, it's more like communication.
So painting like that interests me. Audio painting I enjoy very much, but the new style where you just let it come out at random interests me because now I have to use my imagination to really discover something within a painting. This is what we do in our workshops as well. This is the technique we teach. The old Max Ernst style, you know, let it flow out and then look and see what the narrative is. And everybody has a different story when they look at the painting.
This is just a computer print
with
a little oil glazing over it. I tried two of them just to show what is inside of these paintings, to show the geometry inside of them.
The skeletal structure.
Yeah, when you compare this is the same structure like this painting. They're almost the same.
Well, you probably make prints of audio pieces now. If you need to, you make prints in addition of these pieces on gilet.
I have smalls. From this one I have small ones, just on paper.
Yeah, on paper. Because
you can see prints from this in the gallery.
The thing is now, a lot of people are, well, in the States once again, they're doing it on canvas. They're doing gilets on canvas now.
I have this one, for example, canvas print. But it's not easy to sell it because it's too expensive for the people here.
No. See, in the States you get away with a lot.
When I have an idea, I found out that I always, I never throw it away. I look back very often and I find that this way is for me, it's gone, but there is another path, another variation or another possibility. Or it's like I don't think I'm going in a circle, but it's like a
Spiral. Mm-hmm.
So I come near back to something where I already was.
So you are coming back to this type of painting with a different energy, different source of energy and inspiration. So
I don't know if this if it's so different.
yeah.
Of course, when I work on the computer, my brain works completely different because I'm using a 3D application, and for example, I cannot hear music when I work with a computer. When I paint, I need music.
Yes. Okay.
Because
that makes sense.
When I'm painting, it seems to be that one half of the brain is bored.
Yes.
Some
Yes.
other input, and music is a very.
I agree. I'm the same way.
But when I work on the computer, it's completely different.
Great. So where do we go from here? What do you like to see your work head at this point? What direction? Are you happy with your direction now?
It's weird. Every couple of months I have the feeling now I have a new direction, and this is what I will continue. But maybe 1 year later or 6 months later, I start something different.
Slip into something else.
Or coming back to earlier
Yes.
ideas. So I never I cannot see in the future.
If you go to the website, I'm sure you're on the John Bynard site, out of Australia.
Yeah,
You're on that. You're probably in the book, no?
Yes.
But if you look, I would say 85% of the artists that he has on his site, they paint in the grotesque manner. It's very good techniques, very clean and good technique. But it's all these crazy images that I just
There's a lot of this comic stuff and grotesque, yes.
Lowbrow art. A lot of lowbrow has sort of evolved into the fine arts now, and they're taking this is the comic book art, evolving into lowbrow art, like the juxtaposed magazine art, and into now going into the world of fine arts. There's no light in it, and that's what we need in this planet today, some light.
Is the goal of your art focused on yourself, or do you also think about other people? Or would you paint if there would not be any humans around?
Sure. Well, what I paint, I don't know what I'm going to paint. I sit down with a blank canvas and I just start painting. I don't plan anything. I let it come out. Something like what you do with that painting. And then I look in it and I start to see the narrative, my narrative in there. And I start painting it out little by little. I start at one corner and I'll slowly work my way, and then it starts to open up slowly, like a beautiful flower, I won't paint here and then go paint up there and then paint it, then it scatters the painting. It has to flow from one source, and then from there it becomes the painting, And I've done it. I've taken 2 years to complete one painting, and I can do a painting in an afternoon, so it depends, how much I do. And well, this has been wonderful. I really appreciate taking your time to
Thanks for coming.
rap with me a little bit.
I'm really honored that you did it to me.
Yes, no, my honor.